And welcome to Ron's show. Now in this next masterpiece that I'll be performing, this is stage 3 of pipe cutting. I'm just going to open this door. I'll just put this in front of it. Got to fix that. So anyway, I was doing some pipe cutting and I thought, well, I should make up a jig. I quickly made this one up without any plans. I've done similar. So what I've done is I first made a mitre box. Now I just cut this. This timber was all worked out. I could have planned it a lot better, because in hindsight what I should have done is I should have made a base plate wider or something wider so I could clamp that on, so that these two can be clamped in the same right spot, so that you can put your thing on there and then you cut it. So I've measured this distance, and as you can see here, I put my square on it. I made it so that it just sits nice and snugly, and the same with this one here. So this one here, it's sitting snug. So the idea of this is that these sit in line, and then what I did was I made these things here. So I cut the 45 here, and on this section here I went and put this thing here, and I put it the opposite way. This one's in the way, but I put it like that so that they can line up. Then I screwed this backing plate in, and then I put this one in as a support guide. So this one goes on this side, right? So I made one. See, now I have a benefit. This saw here is got the blade on the right hand side, so you do your cuts from this side. And if you can imagine, I've got the workpieces coming over there. So I got this workpiece here, I set this up snug, and then I do my cut, and this base plate sits on here, and the distance from here to there, I made a little template here. So the Hilti saw, which is over here, that's got a 89 millimeter from the base plate. So I'm sort of, that's 94. So this is this one here, and what I did was I made it a little bit less so that the blade misses that. And then on this one here, that fits in there, and that's the same scenario. On the back section of here is this backing board, which is 45 degrees to that. This is a 445. You can do any angle. This is just a jig I made up, and I made it that. Then I clamped these, and I got the you know, those thingy bombs that go like that. You know, those clamps, hand clamps, steel hand clamps. I put that in, and then I had to rebate that. This is just off-cut ply that I used, and so that this sits tight here. And where's this one? So this one's the 89, and you can see it's a little bit, no, it's 94, sorry. So this one's a little bit 89 there, right, and that sits a bit back. So then here, this machine here can run from that point on there, and it's got a backing, it's got this backing here, so that you're starting straight as you're coming through. It's still the best idea to have everything clamped down so that you can actually use two hands to cut with the saw, so that you can keep the, you know, with these saws you have to try to keep the plate from wandering. So you got plenty of safe area, as long as you don't put your fingers around there, but you got plenty of safe areas to put your hands without the debris that comes out of it. Normally it comes in there. This is the same technology. This is an older machine. So what I should have done is underneath this section, I'll take this away. I probably should have made this a bit bigger. I just rushed, I didn't even write any plans to it. And I did that one wrong because I measured these all, made them all the same. And these were all, they were sitting in the sand, so a lot of it was damaged. That's why I kept cutting it smaller and smaller, because it's still wet. But what I should have done was made this jig here a bit more bigger, so that you can have an area where you can clamp it down. But I'll figure something out, maybe, because I want to keep these two. Ideally, once I got my measurement, I'm not going to do 4 cuts, right? I want to keep them the same. I can always put something between it so that these stay in the same spot. So then all you have to do is, but then you still have to vary this one here accordingly. You have to still vary this part here. It'll go in. Come on. Why isn't it going in? It will go in. There it is. It's nice and tight, and that's my purpose. And the main thing is you keep that part there firm against here, so then this cuts in that position over there, and the same scenario over there. So anyway, I spent about two and a half hours doing this, and I'm going to have a break now, have something to eat, and then I'll see how I go. So hopefully that'll work. I think it'll work. It works on my other projects. I just have to make sure that I clamp everything down properly. And that's a little jig, my idea of making a jig. So this is the this can be improved. You can always make this a bit bigger or whatever, to suit your means. And so then for me, these are just scrap material. They last for a while, as long as you look after them. They can always work for this type of material, and you can always make up this type of setup anyway with steel, if you wanted to counter for different angles or whatever. Taking into consideration that just has to change the angle to whatever cut you want to make. Thank you very much, and I do hope you enjoy the show. Thank you very much. Edited, composed, conducted and arranged by Ronald Martins. Thank you very much.